Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy iBelva here, and today we are going to be revisiting how to get your Lightning iPhone to work on the Gamersir G8 that only comes in USB-C, and also the Razer Kishi Ultra, which also comes in USB-C. One thing I do want to point out before we get this video started is that for the Gamersir G8, you will be potentially voiding your warranty through this process, and I believe there's no warranty voided with the Razer Kishi Ultra here, just due to the fact that you can stretch it. So we are going to be modding the Gamersir G8 to be able to stretch it out a lot further and get the adapters to work for it. The second thing I want to call out is that in my testing, these methods, while they do work, you are unable to charge your iPhone through the pass-through charging ports on the controllers. So keep that in mind. If you decide to go with these methods, you won't be able to charge your phone while using the controller. So make sure you have a full battery before you start gaming. Alrighty, let's get started. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and talk about the things that you will need to make this all happen on both controllers. First, you will need a USB-C to regular USB adapter. All the links will be in the description below that like button. You will also need a USB to Lightning adapter. If for whatever reason the links for these two adapters are no longer available, what you want to look for both of these adapters, the USB-C to USB and then USB to Lightning, the words that you want to look for are OTG. I believe that stands for on the go. Those are the type of adapters that you will need. If the link is not available, you can definitely try out a different adapter from a different provider on Amazon or however you decide to purchase the adapters. But yeah, just make sure you look for the words OTG, as that is very important in getting this to work properly. Specifically for the G8, you will also need a knife and a screwdriver. What we're going to do is start off with the G8 because it is going to take the longest, because we have to take it apart. Also, before we get started in taking this controller apart, I do want to call out, if you happen to have an iPhone 13 mini or a 12 mini, you probably won't need to mod this controller, as I believe the device should be small enough to accommodate the two adapters that you'll need. And then also with the iPhone, you know, it is a mini iPhone compared to the iPhone 11, which is a little bit bigger overall. As you can see, this is the size of the iPad. I mean, of the iPhone. And while that does stretch, it does not leave enough room for the two adapters. If you do have a 13 or 12 mini, it probably won't need any modification of that. So if you do happen to have that device, you might be in luck, but you always feel free to test it out, as I don't own any of the mini iPhones. Alrighty, so to take this thing apart, you will need to actually get underneath this padding here. We're going to start on the USB side. This will be a little bit more difficult for you if this is your first time doing this. It actually might be a little difficult for me because I haven't opened this up in a while. Last time I opened this up, I tried to modify the USB-C port that's actually in here to see if I could get that working with a different with different Lightning connector from the X2. Turns out it didn't work. I tried to avoid doing any kind of soldering, and yeah, that did not work at all after putting the controller together. Let's see, looks like might need a smaller screw cable. Unfortunately, I'm not sure of the size of the screws, so I can't give you any detailed information on that, but there is a lot of information on YouTube overall regarding how to get this controller modded to be able to fit larger devices like an iPad mini. without needing to, you know, go out and get the G8 Plus. That's not going to work either. Well, let's get a different screw. Is it working? You know, maybe I should have found out what screw was the best screw before starting this video. This seems... Let me do this one. Okay, that's got some pull to it. Then we're gonna use our handy dandy little plate here that comes. This is an iFixit setup that we have that comes in a bunch of different items and things like that. I forget how much I paid for this thing, but I'll drop the link to this in the description also. Very handy if you are into any kind of modding or any kind of repair where you do, you know, repair things yourself. Been able to replace PlayStation batteries and sort of fix their drifting issues on their controller using this kit. Alrighty, I think that is that all of them? That's a little bit more. Okay, that might be all of them. So what we're gonna do is try to pop this out. If I break this while doing this, this is going to be an interesting video. Okay, I'm doing a little twisting action here to pop it open. Feels like there's something still screwed in here. What am I missing? Oh, you know what? I know what I'm missing. Ha 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 ha. These faceplates, I believe, also might have some screws, right? Okay, so taking the faceplate off, I'm gonna get this. Hopefully I'm getting everything on camera for you guys. Get out of there. Got one over here. All right, looks like all of them. So we had 2 screws here, and then I believe we had like 3 screws to get. 1, 2, 3. Once you get underneath. Any more screws? Still feels like there's something. Move that out of the way because I'm hitting my mic. Still feels like there's something in here. This part lifts. Oops. This part lifts up. And it's this part that seems to be still stuck. For whatever reason. What is holding you together, buddy? Nope. Whatever was holding it together, I just broke. All right, so next we need to remove the ribbon cable. Here, this ribbon cable is damaged off of my first attempt to mod this. Forget where the connector is. It should be on the other side. Alrighty, so lifting this connector up, this is for, I believe, like charging in the audio ports down here. So this is all bent up when I tried to change the USB-C to a lightning inside of the controller itself. Did not go well for me. Luckily, the audio still works on the controller. But okay, so what we're going to look at is, move this out of the way, this part. What we're going to look at is this. So what's going on is that these little stoppers are here in place to make sure that the springs on the back of the controller go to a certain length. As you can see here, here are the springs. They stretch out pretty far, but they do stop at a point to these little stoppers here. So that's the reason why we need the knife to kind of break in there. Best method so far is going to be to cut inside of it and try to break out. That's what we're going to try to do. Hopefully we can get these off of here. So what we're going to do is just kind of speed up the video, as it took a while to get these stoppers to get, you know, removed from the controller. All right, we're going to see if that is shaving down enough. All right, we're back, and here's for the fun part. We still have to reconnect this ribbon cable back to this board here, which isn't the funnest thing to do, if I'm being honest. Oh, let me lift you back up so you can see more. Let's see here. So might have to move this up and out. I'm gonna take this board out. Once again, everything I'm doing, I'm kind of winging it. And I believe what I need to do is connect this board back on the side here. And kind of feed it. Let's get you closer. Kind of feed it in here. And then pray that it doesn't come apart again. This is the reason why this ribbon cable was bent in the first place. Wait, okay. I need to remember how this was. It was this way, right? Oh no, I had it upside down. Haha. Okay, so this. Is it this way? It's this way, isn't it? Oh wait, that's the clamp. Okay. So it goes in like these. Keep turning it upside down. Really wish there was an easier way to do this. Or maybe I should have just watched a video and kind of mimicked what I saw. Oh well. Let's lift this back up. There's a little Come on, can you focus? Camera doesn't want to focus. So there is a, there we go. It's a little black lever. Focusing on my hand, focus on the actual, hello? All right, so it's kind of hard to focus in on this particular part, but there is a black latch that you can lift up and push back down once you get this connected. So lifting that back up, and we're gonna attempt to feed it this way. Attempt to feed it back in here. I can remember which way it's supposed to be fed in. Is it this way? Okay, so it is that way. Okay, fed back in there. And now I just need to get this thing in here properly. No, this is not fun. I'll admit that right now. There we go. Okay, we got it in there. The ribbon cable has come out from the other side, and now we have to maybe I should have lifted the ribbon cable up from this side. That might have been easier. Goodness gracious. Okay. All right, we're gonna try to just feed this. This controller was designed differently, let me tell you. Oh, I'm trying to get this ribbon cable. Not a fan of ribbon cables, they're not fun. Come on. Off. Trying to feed this in here so I can close it. In there. Okay, closed. Great. That's connected. Now for the fun part of trying to get this on here properly. I wonder if it's because I just have this all twisted up. What if I just, let's redo this ribbon cable situation. Okay. Boom. It's supposed to be like this. But it's like impossible to feed this in here without messing something up. How do they do it? That's what I want to know. Okay, it's in there. Okay, so what we're gonna do, lay it out like this. Come up. There you go. Okay, it's in there. Both ribbon cables are together. We'll have to check if the audio works. Okay, putting this thing back together. Pulling this apart, and we're gonna have to just put the screws back on. But before we do that, we're actually going to test to see if it works. I don't know if I needed this. Hopefully not. Come on. Well, it's... Oh, there we go. There we go. So now that the stoppers are gone, I can stretch this out. Kind of see those springs there. So that works perfectly fine, but we need to make sure the connector for the ribbon cable that we kind of dismantled and fiddled around with actually works. So take these connectors here. We have, again, the USB-C in to USB out. It's going to go into the USB side. And then a USB in to lightning out. Might be lining that up incorrectly. Boom. And iPhone 11 stretch. Oh, we hit the... Give me a second. I didn't shave it down enough. It was still hitting something, so there we go. And in. You can see our light has come on. And trying to put this back in. Get in your hole. There. Boom. That was easy. All right, let's toss this up here. Turn this controller, turn this phone on, I should say, and we'll see if this works. Get that loaded up there, and oh wait, we'll just drop this back on there. Need to clean this screen. Looks like it is working. Let's lift this up so I can see more of the phone and the controller. And then go through the menus. I don't know what continue is going to do. I don't know where I'm back here. Okay. I think this is like the end of the game, but we'll just do a quick test to make sure all the buttons are working. Fortunately, I cannot skip this though. It's better than starting up a new game, because with Resident Evil 7 you can't skip any cutscenes. All right, so we have our weapon, aiming, shooting, works. Awesome. Let's see. In the heat of battle, we have to check our ammunition and our health. Reload the gun. Keep shooting the old lady. I forget what A does. I'll probably pick something up with A. All right. So that seems to be working just fine. So looks like we have a success there. I'm gonna put the screws back on here, and that should be good to go. Alrighty, so this part of the video it's going to be for the Razer Kishi Ultra here. If you did happen to skip ahead, here are the things that you will need. Once again, these will be in the description below that like button. So first off, what you'll need is a USB-C in to USB out, and then a USB in to lightning out. And for this reason why it is second, because I knew the G8 was going to take a lot longer, since this device is capable of stretching to accommodate an iPad mini, we don't really need to do much. And we don't have to void the warranty. It just stretches to fit. And we'll just load up a different game. You can see it's already working with GeForce Now. What should we do? I think I've got some stuff going on with Doom. So for the most part, that's pretty simple. No need to take the controller apart or do anything like that. But once again, when it comes to charging, you won't be able to use the USB port on the bottom here to charge your device. I believe the reason might be because of the way that this is kind of set up. These are OTG style connectors, adapters, and I believe with those, maybe that's the reason why it's not allowing it for it to charge. But we'll just pull this up real quick and make sure all the buttons and stuff work. Campaign, sure, continue. So moving around works, jumping, double jumping. Hello, open up. Let's burning chainsaw. Yep, B. Ice bombs. Quickly swapping weapons. Modding. I need to choose my weapon. I can choose it. Yeah, it seems like everything is working on the controller, which is cool. So that is how you would set up, how to do that on the on the Razer Kishi Ultra, and how you would get that set up with the Gamersir G8 over here. Alrighty, that is going to be the end of the video, and also that is going to be the end of the iPhone 11. It's been a long time coming, but we finally upgraded the device. For most of this video, this device was recorded. Most of the video, the recording was on the iPhone 16 here. Both of these are in white. It's kind of showing in blue from what I can see on the monitor here, but both of these are in white. So we have upgraded here, and unfortunately, because of the whole upgrade process with my carrier, I have to turn in my iPhone 11. So iPhone 11, it's been real. Thank you all for what you've done. But we got a new player in town. Alrighty, switching back to the iPhone 16 camera here, I do want to just quickly remind you guys that I do have an Android device that I will continue to buy controllers for, to do those reviews on those controllers. I use my iPhone, before I used my iPhone 11 as the main kind of shooter that you see now, and that's going to be replaced with the iPhone 16 up here. So overall, you're probably just going to get better camera quality when it comes to the videos, and possibly better B-roll with a lot of the features that the iPhone 16 has, with camera control and cinematic video filter options or whatever. But yeah, I'll have to play around with that, and so hopefully we'll get some better content overall with this new iPhone. But thank you all for joining, and hope you enjoyed the video. I know it was a little bit of a longer one, but I hope you enjoyed it anyway. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Stay wild.